Number 1 at Grandfather is a challenging par 5 that measures 529 yards. Players will want to aim down the left side off the tee to avoid the large fairway bunker on the right. The second shot again is best played down the left side to stay away from the depression on the right. Golfers will be left with a short iron into a narrow green that moves from left to right. Birdie is a real possibility here. The par 4 second hole at Grandfather measures 390 yards from the tee. The elevated tee shot crosses a small creek to a narrow landing zone. There's trouble on the right, so golfers must stay left to have a clear shot into the green. The green is deep and runs from left to right. Par is a good score. Number 3 is one of the trickiest par 4s on the course. The tee shot requires a shot down the left side to a left to right sloping fairway. Lots of trouble on both sides here. A good drive will leave the player with a short iron into a treacherous green with plenty of slope. It's a must to keep it below the hole to have any chance at par. Arguably the best par 4 in the course, number 4 plays 454 yards from the tee. The fairway falls off to the right, so players will want to stay left on this slightly uphill tee shot. The second shot plays downhill to a long green with a narrow entrance. There are bunkers guarding both sides of the green, so accuracy with the approach is critical. Par is a very good score on number 4. Don't forget to look back and enjoy the spectacular view of Grandfather Mountain. Number 5 is the first par 3 in the course and measures 203 yards from the tee. The shot from the tee is slightly uphill and crosses the Linville River. Anything short of the green requires a delicate pitch from an uphill lie. The green is narrow and moves from left to right. Aiming from the middle of the green is the best option here. Number 6 is the second par 5 on the course and offers the first full view of Grandfather. The hole plays 567 yards and offers the golfer a thrilling tee shot over the Linville River to a fairway that doglegs to the left. If you're feeling aggressive, you can try to cut the corner to be in position to go for the green in 2. The second shot for most of us will cross a small creek to a generous landing area. You will want a lofted club into this slightly elevated and narrow green. As is always the case at Grandfather, you'll want to leave it below the hole to have a chance at birdie. Hole number 7 provides a perfect view of Dunvegan Peak, all the way from tee to green. All of the trouble off the tee is on the right side, which is guarded by a majestic hemlock and a large white pine. Best to hit it down the center here. The second shot to an elevated green requires an extra club into a long and sloping putting surface guarded by bunkers on the right. Too much club and you'll be facing a delicate downhill putt back to the hole. Number 8 may be the prettiest hole in the course. It's a relatively short par 4 at 368 yards, but par is not easily made. The tee shot moves you uphill with the mountain always in view. Straight down the middle will reward you with a short iron into an elevated green that slopes from right to left. Anything above the hole makes it nearly impossible to two-putt. Pat yourself on the back if you make 4 here. Hole 9 is a beautiful par 3 measuring 208 yards from the tee. The green is guarded by a pond on the left. Golfers will want to start the ball right of the green to let the terrain move the ball toward the hole. Anything left here is wet. The narrow green moves hard from right to left. A wonderful way to finish the front side. Number 10 is a slightly uphill par 4 that measures 395 yards from the tee. The pond just off the tee is not really in play, but it's fun to stop and feed the trout as you go by. From the tee, you'll get your second look at Dunvegan Peak. Take an extra club for your second shot into this elevated green so you're sure to make it all the way up. The large tree on the right side will keep you honest. Leave it below the hole for your best chance at birdie or par. Number 11 is the third par 5 on the course and a great chance at birdie. The drive is intimidating, but go ahead and aim over the hill on the right and you'll be fine. Golfers may either lay up in front of the creek for their second shot or go for the green in two. It's the risk of hitting it in the creek that makes this a tough decision. The third shot is to an elevated green that slopes from back to front. Anything long here makes par difficult. Number 12 is a neat par 3 that measures 176 yards from the tee. Golfers will play over Grassy Creek to a long, narrow green that slopes from right to left and from back to front. Be sure you hit enough club to get over the hazard and onto the green. Landing in the bunkers on the left or right makes par very difficult. The tee shot on number 13 plays downhill to a generous landing area short of Little Grassy Creek. There's a beautiful view from the tee, so take the time to take it all in. The second shot over the creek requires accuracy and an extra club as you play into a green with a false front and bunkers short and right. It's uphill all the way to the hole. Par is a good score here. Hole 14 is a second par 3 on the backside and plays 155 yards from the tee. It's slightly uphill to a narrow green guarded by bunkers left and right. Not much to aim at here, so take your time and select the correct club so you have a chance at birdie. Number 15 turns you back toward home. This par 4 plays 388 yards and requires an accurate drive down the right side to avoid the Linville River running all the way down the left side of the fairway. Hit it too far and you'll end up in the creek that crosses the fairway short of the green. The second shot may be the most challenging on the course. There are no bunkers on this hole, but the green is difficult to navigate. Stay below the hole to have your best chance at a two-putt. A par here is worth celebrating. Look to your left and catch another great view of Grandfather. The par 4 16th plays 435 yards and requires a tee shot that moves from left to right as you turn the corner over the Linville River to a fairway that moves hard from left to right. Aim at the bunker across the fairway to give yourself the best chance at your second shot. It's best to hit your approach to the left side of the green. Anything right of center will end up off the green and leave you with a difficult up and down. Unlike anywhere else on the course, slightly long here is okay. From back of the green, you'll have the best chance at making the putt. Number 17 is the final par 5 on the course and may be the most challenging. From the tee, number 17 measures 585 yards. Golfers must first cross the Linville River with their tee shot and then land their ball in the landing zone just short of the same river that turns back to the right. The second shot from a side hill lie crosses the river and takes you to a generous approach area short of the green. The river moves down the right side of the hole but is no longer in play. You will want a short iron into this small green to give yourself the best chance at a birdie putt. The home hole at Grandfather is a par 4 that plays 416 yards from the tee. You get a clear view of Loch Dorney from the tee box here. Best to hit it down the left side to stay away from the lake and have a clear shot at the green. Be sure to select the correct club into this small green that is guarded by bunkers left and right. Too long and you'll end up in the bunker behind the green. 2 putts and you make par to finish your round. Be sure to take the time to look around you as you leave the green. You're surrounded by the lake on your right and the mountain on your left. It really doesn't get much better than this.